I seriously couldn't resist going back to Legacy Sports Cards here in Vegas. I did so good in the dollar boxes a couple days ago, and there's still like 3 or 4 newer ones with a lot of, well, not new ones, but fresh ones that have a lot of fresh stuff in it. So I'm gonna go through these boxes, see what I can find. Wish me luck. There is nothing quite like dollar box digging. It's a challenge. It can be a rush at times. It can be frustrating at other times. There's a little bit of competition today, so we'll see how we do. Hey, how are you? We're going to start out with the basketball box. There's a couple basketball dollar boxes, a couple baseball ones, a couple football ones, and a mixed sport one. So I'm going to mix it up today, try a little bit of everything, and see what we can find. There were some cards already sitting out for me, so we're going to start with those. This hologram David Robinson is a perfect example of a card I'd pick up for like a dime or maybe a quarter. I love filling my store with cool 90s insert stuff, but at $1 a piece, you're going to see there's a ton of deals, but there's also a lot of stuff I just can't pay that price on, unfortunately. So we're going to see what we can find in this box. Really, lots of good stuff. A lot of stuff I pass up that I can make a few dollars on. There's no doubt about that. There's some more hologram stuff. Hakeem Olajuwon, love his stuff. Just nice, shiny, prismatic stuff. Once again, a lot of that stuff might be $2 plus shipping, give or take. You can make a few bucks, but I'm picking stuff that I like, that I think can move fairly fast, or that, you know, I just dig. That's part of it. Sometimes it's just a gut feeling and you go with it. Here is the first stack of cards that I set aside. I didn't end up getting everything. I kind of go through a process. I got a few of these Kobe Bryants, and they did really well in my Whatnot auction. Early Kobe Bryant stuff does amazing on Whatnot for me. Some late 90s. That's a second-year SP, which was a high-end brand Kobe Bryant. That did really well in a lot that we did. So we ended up getting several. I wanted to get that, or I thought about getting that Austin Day. I learned from 1 Million Cups Project to get these, you know, letter autographs, but ultimately decided against it. These are cool. 1994 National Convention Jason Kidd rookie cards. They had a ton of them, limited to 9,000. Ultimately passed on them, but like many of these cards, if I would have got them, I surely would have made a few dollars profit. I've talked about this a few times doing these kind of videos, and the bargain boxes are just riddled with players that almost were stars or that were supposed to be stars, like Hasheem Thabeet. That's a cool autograph. I almost got that. It's not really worth anything, but he was the number 2 pick, I think in like 2009. He barely even played in the league. He was on the end of the bench for a few years, had to play in the D League as like a second overall pick, which was really strange. Ayton, I thought about getting that as well as a parallel, but ultimately passed. What happens in this bargain box video is the basketball had some so-so stuff, but when I get into the boxes on the other side of this table, it goes a bit crazy. So stay tuned for that. I do find some gems in here, but one of my favorite things to look for in these boxes, it's kind of fun, are the draft busts, the people who didn't pan out. A lot of times there's a little value in them still. They're fun. So it's June right now. We're in the basketball bargain bins. We're looking for teams and players that are in the NBA Finals for quick flips. Michael Porter Jr., number /99 red parallel. A lot of times I'd probably pass on that, but considering the timing, I'm going to pick it up. There's Nuggets legend right there, Dikembe Mutombo. I did not know. I heard this the other day. He was 26 when he entered the NBA, and he played to like the mid-2000s. That dude played for a long, long time. Here we go. This is great. Caleb Martin. I have been looking for Caleb Martin cards in these bargain bins. This is a green laser. He's been playing great for the Miami Heat right now. This might have been worth next to nothing a month or two ago. Right now, it's probably a $10 to $15 card. I really started getting into collecting basketball cards in particular in around like 94, 95, 96, and this was a huge set back then. 1996-97 Bowman's Best. These are all big rookies from back then. Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittles, Eric Dampier. Kobe Bryant's the one you really want to look for in this, and the refractors and X-fractors. Cool set. When I first came across this Tom Brady card, I didn't realize how old it was. I thought maybe mid-2000s. It's actually 2002, early 2000s. Tom Brady. Some of these base cards can do well. This one should give me between like $8 and $10, so I'm going to pick that up. I picked up a couple low-end rookies here. I'm not sure if it was the best idea. Debo Samuel Studio. I think it's a great-looking rookie. The comps were decent on this. There's a current low at like 2 plus shipping, so like 3 shipped. So that probably should have been a pass. And I also picked up this Saquon Barkley coming up. It's a kickoff parallel, the green parallel. It's going to be a couple bucks. I will technically more than likely make a profit on it, but I probably should have passed on both of those and stuck to kind of lower numbered stuff. Autographs, this is not going to be a big ticket item, but Dimey Brown is a wide receiver for the Washington Commanders, so I'm going to pick that up. I do definitely have a soft spot for the Leaf autograph cards. You can get decent players or super low numbered stuff. I find a lot in these boxes. The Pro Set, the Leaf stuff, they're super low numbered. You know, they do make a ton of parallels, but so does Prism, so does Optic. They're probably overdoing it in general, but I'm finding some stuff that's low numbered enough that I'm going to take a shot at it. So the one nice thing about going to the bargain boxes a lot is you learn quickly because you make some mistakes and you learn what not to look out for. Thankfully, these are only $1 mistake, and more than likely I will make my money back, or maybe only lose a little, or maybe I'll make a $3 or $4 on a few of them. These Leaf cards are super low numbered. I pick them up a lot of times when they're good baseball prospects or really good prospects, but these ones or borderline players. Kylan Hill's okay. I think he's on Green Bay. But I probably should have passed on these. You know, I guess at $1 a piece, it's not that big of a risk, but those should have definitely been ones that I passed on. Slowly but surely going through these basketball boxes, I am building up my only PC right now, which is Jerry Stackhouse. I've talked about it before when I was, 11, 12, 13. He was a big deal. He was one of the bigger rookies coming out. Great player, played at UNC. This is a really cool one. Hoop Screams. I really love that insert. I did end up getting another one here. Ooh, that's a cool gold Jermaine O'Neal. That's a dope looking card. The Stackhouse's scrapbook ones, I believe, are rookie year 95, 96. They came out of like Series 2 metal. Not my favorite insert set of all time, but I'm picking it up. I'm building a PC of Jerry Stackhouse, so that's a cool Magic Johnson Skybox Metal. That's actually the year he came back and played a lot of center in 95, 96. Cool card. Found another little streak of the Leaf cards. This one, I believe, is numbered to 25. Hunter Long, tight end for the Dolphins. That will give me $4, $5, $6 shipped, so I will make a profit. Still, borderline Sean Wade. I like the OSU jersey. The lower numbered stuff of his stuff is doing a little better. That's to 75. I think I can do maybe $3 or $4 on that. Amon-Ra St. Brown is probably the best of the bunch, even though it's not, autograph numbered to 30. I think I can get anywhere from like 7 to 12. Looking back at this footage of the Leaf stuff, they had a lot of it. It's a lot more tricky than I anticipated, and I'm going to have to look stuff up at the boxes when it comes to Leaf. It's just all over the place. This is a Micah Parsons plates and patches, I think Chronicle rookie. I put that on Whatnot with another card, and it was profitable, so that was a good dollar buy right there. This is a nice little find right here. Demarius Randall. $16.50 was the playoff ticket. This is a championship ticket to 99. I put it at 15. I probably can put it a little higher. Might not sell right away, but I think that's a pretty good find. Kyle Long, veteran mosaic autograph for $1. I'm going to pick that up for sure. Found a nice little hot streak of rookie autographs. 2021, I believe. Jamin Davis is pretty solid for the Commanders. Had like over 100 tackles last year. Kwity Paye had 6 sacks for the Colts last year, first rounder. I'm going to pick all 3 of these up. There was a lot of autographed football cards in this particular box. A little bit tricky. I did decide to get this Carlos Basham numbered to 49 Origins. Great looking card. This find right here is pretty cool. Super low numbered for 2014, I believe. Topps Finest. Numbered to 35. Darqueze Dennard. Played several years for the Bengals. Pretty good player. Found a bunch of these substantial swatches. They're Chronicles encased, which I learned of afterwards. I'll make I don't know if I'm going to do great on these, to be honest. They're all over the place. Most of these will probably end up on Whatnot. It's yet to be seen if those are going to be worth it. Probably should have passed on them, to be honest. The dollar boxes can be tough sometimes, not just because there's not much in a particular dollar box or there's nothing that looks any good. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff that looks pretty decent, and then you don't realize that it wasn't as good as you thought. That's part of the learning process. I'll tell you this much. When I see Leaf in the future, when I see those kind of swatches in the future, I'm going to look them up, be a little bit more thorough. That's just part of the game. It's a learning process. I've done, reselling for over 10 years, and I've been collecting cards since 1990. So it's all a process. It's part of the game. Overall, there was some really good finds. I'm super excited about that Caleb Martin green laser. I've been looking for several times at the boxes for Caleb Martin stuff, and I was excited to find not like a base rookie, but a kind of cooler Donruss laser rookie. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll have another bargain box video here shortly, so stay tuned, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.